So you're here and you may not have any idea what a scraper is. So a little background. Before there was sandpaper, there were scrapers. A scraper could be a piece of glass, obsidian works really well, or something like this. This is a piece of hardened steel. Once this edge is true and square, you take a piece of steel of a harder grade than this and you deform the end of it. You put a little bend on it. And that little bend, that little hook, is what you use to put a surface on something, a smooth, even surface. And you can get them in a style like this. So if you're doing molding, you can work on molding. Let's go there. Piece of molding. And you can also get it like this to go to do concave and convex, both at the same time. And their use is this. You have to give it a slight bend, a slight push between the fingers. Make sure your stock is held well. And depending on the direction of the grain, you can work either way. Making little tiny shavings. Right here, little tiny shavings, and smoothing this face to a glass-like finish. However, getting the right angle on this is a knack. Giving it the right bend, all of that is a little bit of a problem. So that's where the hand tools I built come in. The first scraper is the flat scraper. It would be exactly the same as holding this card, except you don't have to bend it, and if it gets hot, because it will from the scraping, my fingers are protected. All I have to do is give it a draw. And you can see, those are the shavings I get. And again, a nice, smooth finish that doesn't take a lot of work. I don't have to worry about the angle of the tool, or how to work with it, or how to hold it. I get a nice finish. The next scraper is the small half round. This is really good to do the rounding on the edge of a bow. Any small curved surface. You could certainly use this scraper, which is built for that sort of thing. You can use the concave scraper we saw before. But again, I don't have to think about this. I don't have to think about how to hold it. It just works. And those are the kind of shavings you can get from it. They're very fine, very small. Get another one in the throat there. They're very easy, very straightforward. This was the small round. This is the large round. Suppose I'm working on the peg for a table, and I want it to be as close a fit as possible. I want to be able to take off small increments until it fits just right. I can do it with this tool. I can work my way all around the peg, making it nice and smooth and taking off just fractions until it fits the hole perfectly. I can work on the end, I can work all the way around it. And I don't have to think about how to hold this. It simply cuts. As long as this adjustment is right and it sticks out just enough from the edge, this tool works true every time. You resharpen it, it works again. Normally the second sharpening of any of these is better than the first, because after I do a bunch of this scraping, this metal becomes work hardened, it becomes stiffer, so the second edge lasts even longer. There's one more tool in the scraper set. Whenever you cut a piece of hardwood, the corners can be very sharp. This is especially true of oak. So when you're finishing the project, you break that edge, maybe with a piece of sandpaper or maybe a hand plane. There are other tools to do that, and this scraper is one of them. This is the chamfer tool. You can see the 45 for this edge. So I put it in. And I can break the edge with this, and because this depth of cut is set, all of the edges will be identical. They'll all have sort of the same bevel at 45 degrees, and it gives your finished work a consistency. So that's what these hand tools are for. Smoothing, giving us consistency, making it easy to work, and the best thing about a scraper is there is no sawdust. So all you get is shavings. You're not breathing in the dirt, you're not breathing in all the sawdust. You don't have to remove the sawdust for your finish. You just have the scraper.